The victors valiant, the conquering heroes, and they call home the Big House. Bathed in maize and blue, welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. And the Hoosiers will kick it away to start us off. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the returner is brought down, but there is a flag on the play. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line gets set, first down. Give to the back. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They've put themselves in a hole to start. It's 1st and 20. The run from the shotgun. And the ball slipped out. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
And when you're on defense and it's wet and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier. It gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Fires into the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away, and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. Fielded in the end zone. It's Stewart. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Fires to the right. Pulls it in. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Making great decisions. That's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Gerbach, and the guy, can't remember, drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots.
Yeah, what was his name? Tom Brady? Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, he was pretty good too. But when you think about Michigan, you don't always think about the quarterbacks, and you don't always think about airing it out. But again, if you want to be a great college football team nowadays, you better be able to throw that pigskin.
Complete downfield. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. And the Wolverines are on the move. He'll just keep slinging it. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Makes the grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Running back goes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. Well, they started with horrible field position. possession, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Here he comes with the return. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. He's got an open man. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. The Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards.
And he breaks into the open. At the 20. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. That big play has this defense reeling, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 14. That's reeled in. It's Cooper. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And at this point on the field, I mean, I guess why not try to guess the snap count? Defense gets caught, still 1st and goal. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
I'll tell you what, when you get inside the 30, I think your tendency is to run the football, run the football, run the football. The offense, try to change it up a little bit, maybe try to throw it. I don't like it. I mean, obviously, it didn't work, but at least you got a few more downs here to try to make up.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking downfield, it's Cherry. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. It's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
Well, that's when the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They'll leave it with him. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. They'll throw it on 1st down. He's got him in the flat. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Hard-hitting tackle.
love quarterbacks that are decisive and that put the mustard on the passes. When you need to put the ball on a line in a hurry with some extra hot sauce, you have to do it. Good job by the quarterback understanding zone and hitting that curve.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
This is not leather helmet era football. This is analytics. Around midfield, 4-down territory. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Offense working from the pistol. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Fires to the big fella. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on 4th down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in the zones. You got to get him involved.
Play number 9 on this drive. Off play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. They're going to throw it again. Fires to the right. It's caught. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they're going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Pulls it in. It's Marshall. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing it. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route run. Really nice job creating separation for his QB.
And the Wolverines line it up with a 1st and goal. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Man, last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverine. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. About to kick it off after punching it inside his own 15. Let's see how far he can get. He's just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish strong.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down the end zone.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. It's Cherry. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. But the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Got his man to the left. Got a lot of running room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Indiana! And once he got loose, it was all over.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression... stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights. Blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make the play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got his man. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in the ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight. I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Past the 45. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running.
And another nice game by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them them something like a greater tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football, create balance, and right here just chews up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Grab near the marker. It's crease score. Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up, and keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Iowa State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Ames behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 12 to Cincinnati. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Hoosiers headed quickly to the line. He wants to throw. Swings it out to the flat. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a man. It's Cherry. There's nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And they are fortunate to get the ball back, but unfortunate to have a long way to go after that loss. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Looking for space. It's Martin. Oh, the ball's on the ground. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
After the misfire, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. They'll immediately call timeout. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. They'll immediately call timeout. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things?
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverine. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, click it early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, it is tough to beat the Big House when it's full and rocking as it is today in Ann Arbor. Each of these two offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these two passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working, and I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the Big House.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Wolverines will kick it off to start the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. He's going to pass. The short hands, it's Ware. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Graves. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Hoosiers are moving quickly down the field. They're working that left side. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, getting the fast playmaking.
The aerial assault continues. Got it set up on the outside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Scanning the field, it's Cherry. Feeling some heat. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. And the Hoosiers will send out the punt unit. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Throwing right. He's got it. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. It's caught downfield. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Burke or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Greasy, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Wolverines will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. That is coverage just the way you draw it up. Don't even let him get started, and they knock him down deep in his own end. Unloads quickly.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And the ball's on the ground. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. You know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. These guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field possession than this all game did.
You ain't lying. Forget about the last possession and what we did. You're already in scoring position. Take care of that football. Make sure you get some points.
Now on 2nd down. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Knocked down the knob before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Morgan. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him. Special.
Touchdown, Michigan! And they take it in for 6 more points. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
From inside and the ball's free, deep in his own territory. Kicking team's got it.
Kick returners usually have to have that home run ability, the ability to take it to the house 100-plus yards. It's also a tough skill because you've got all these guys flying down the field so fast, and sometimes you get a big hit and ball security becomes an issue.
He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
And a great job on the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He wants to throw it. Looking to the end zone. Fires into traffic. Picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Cooper. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Looking for a man. It's Cherry. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, they're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. They want to just keep throwing it. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Got room on the return. He's at the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Wolverine. They put another one on the board here in the fourth quarter. And how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1.
And that just might do it, man. Offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with a big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Ole Miss is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that looks like it did when Archie and Eli were here. They're up 14 over Georgia State. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? Fires into traffic, intercepted. Not the biggest return, but he sets him up inside the red zone at the 19.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad their stats, get the INT. Nice job by this team.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Makes the catch. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Touchdown, Michigan! And the stomping has commenced. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, Dave. He hurls one deep down the left side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. And the Hoosiers have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play.
Touchdown, Hoosiers! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. He'll bring it out. It's Morgan. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone, and you're stopped at the 8. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Marshall. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line getting set on second down. They keep attacking through the air. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The Wolverines are marching down the field. Getting some heat. Still looking. No fear from this freshman quarterback as he picks up the first down himself. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Here comes the offense on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
They were on the move, but two straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Comes out throwing on first down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
Back to throw. It's Cherry. Pressure coming. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And this defense, they got their ears pinned back. They know exactly what time it is with the big lead in the 4th quarter. They've already got a bunch of sacks on the day today, and they're looking for more.
It's on target and complete. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Slips through the line. Oh, he gave him the dead leg. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Throws for the tight end. Makes a connection. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Wolverines are threatening in the red zone. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Quick pass on the fly motion. Pirouettes through. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Snags it. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. And the Wolverines trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Makes the grab. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Touchdown, Wolverines. And the route is on. They put another one on the board here in the fourth quarter. And how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, what you're talking about.
Caught over the middle. It's West. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. And the Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. Got his man quickly. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Back to pass, it's Cherry. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. He makes a catch. All kinds of running room. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
From inside the 15, here's the return. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. The give to the tailback. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. One more play to pad the stats. wants to throw on third down. Blasted as he lets it go. And as the ball goes to the turf, the clock has hit 0. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
Got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.